All right, that was weird. For some reason, the intro kept wanting to loop and keep playing. At least it was on my end. I don't know if it was doing that on YouTube or not, but that was weird. Yeah, just odd. That for some reason I don't even have YouTube playing, and I was hearing the YouTube audio too. So something was going crazy there for a minute. I don't know what the heck just happened, but yeah, definitely weird. Yes, they had no. You guys had no audio at all, dude. That was odd because I was just hearing my video going on a loop at the time when you guys were saying there was no audio. That's the joys of being doing live shows on YouTube and the internet, folks. I tell you what. All right. So yeah, right now I'm the only one you got to listen to. Nobody's jumped in on the panel yet. Links were sent out. I'm just waiting to see if anybody jumps in. Hopefully they do, or this is going to be a short show. I don't have a show set up to where I can go solo for very long tonight. But why is Rumble Studio saying room not found? I don't get it. Oh man. Anyway, I don't know how many of you heard the news, but according to the FBI, they foiled a possible terror attack on Halloween based out of Dearborn, Michigan. For those that, yeah, you probably did, Snub. Snub says he gave his link to a bum on the corner. He looked lonely. What was it? The one that was outside of the Red Lobster that one year when you guys were at Shot? Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, it's up in Moose in the neck of the woods, Michigan. But yeah, I got a couple articles pulled up to look at on this one. Yeah. There's Gizzard Gary out there in the YouTube chat. He said, "Was it Night Strike?" I think he would have. I think Snob would have known if it was Night Strike. He would have just said Night Strike. So yeah. Um, Yeah, maybe. But yeah, let's see who all do we have out there in the YouTube. We got Patriot in the Dark out there. He was the first one in here. Then we got Moo, as I've already said, and the aforementioned Snub and Gizzard Gary Boomstick out there. So evening to you. Yeah, do I want to use the term gentlemen? Yeah, I'll be nice. Evening to you, gentlemen. So, anyway, for those of you who haven't gotten the memo, Dearborn, Michigan has pretty much been taken over by the Islamist cult. And from what the FBI has released and whatnot, it appears that they're the ones responsible for this potential terror attack that was stopped. I got Denny's out there. Denny's Plant-Based Journey. So, evening, Denny. I guess we can jump right in on the articles while waiting for people to jump in. First one's from Fox News. Give me a second here. For some reason, it decided to scroll down the page when I didn't want it to. All right. Let me go back over here and hit that button. All right, we are sharing. Good, now I can go back over here and read the article. Thwarted Michigan Halloween terror plot had connection to ISIS, Fox News learns. Multiple suspects are accused of plotting violence over the Halloween weekend. Potential terror attack, the FBI said, it thwarted in Michigan ahead of Halloween weekend had a connection to ISIS, Fox News has learned. Gee, they put that in the title. Let's just repeat the title in the first sentence of the article. A top federal law enforcement source told Fox News early Friday that the attack plot was tied to international terrorism, but more information was not immediately available. The FBI said Friday that it prevented a potential terrorist attack in Michigan, arresting multiple suspects accused of plotting violence over the Halloween weekend. This morning, the FBI thwarted a potential terrorist attack and arrested multiple subjects in Michigan who were allegedly plotting a violent attack over Halloween weekend, FBI Director Kash Patel posted on X. More details to come, Patel wrote. Thanks to the men and women of the FBI and law enforcement everywhere standing guard 24/7 and crushing our mission to defend the homeland. In a statement to Fox News, Patel said the FBI's quick response prevented a potentially tragic situation from unfolding. Through swift action and close coordination with our local partners, a potential act of terror was stopped before it could unfold, Patel said. The vigilance of this FBI prevented what could have been a tragic attack, and thanks to their dedication, Michigan will have a safe and happy Halloween. FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino also praised the reported operation, calling it an example of proactive law enforcement that saves lives. This is what real law enforcement looks like: proactive, relentless, and focused on saving lives, Bongino said in a statement to Fox. Our agents and partners in Michigan acted fast, followed the evidence, and stopped the threat before anyone got hurt. Under the leadership of Director Patel and the watch of this FBI, America is a safer place. Bongino also posted on X, writing, protecting the homeland is our top priority. We will not rest. As a retired FBI agent, I can tell you that cases like the one in Michigan highlight how these investigations are carefully built over time and why they are so important to public safety. Jason Pack, a retired FBI supervisory special agent, told Fox News Digital. The FBI often becomes aware of potential threats through a tip from the public, a local police partner, or activity observed on online platforms where individuals share violent or extremist ideas. When someone independently expresses a desire or plan to harm others, the Bureau may use undercover agents or trusted sources to engage that person in a controlled setting. Agents are trained to avoid any actions that could be considered entrapment, and all undercover operations follow strict oversight and legal guidelines, Pack added. Pack said that following this morning's arrest, agents are likely executing search warrants to collect more evidence. The Detroit Public Affairs Office confirmed to Fox News that members of the FBI field office in Michigan were in Dearborn and Inkster this morning. but there is no clear indication of this was connected to a thwarted attack. News of the thwarted plot comes 10 months after Shamsuddin Jabbar plowed a pickup truck into New Year's revelers on New Orleans Bourbon Street. 15 people were killed and dozens were injured, making it one of the deadliest acts of terrorism in the U.S. since 9/11. Jabbar's truck carried an ISIS flag, and the FBI said he was inspired by the terror group. All right, what this article doesn't say, and what has been further reported on the reports I've seen on X from various sources, the members of this group had in their little stash at the house of one of the members included ISIS magazine. Yeah, ISIS actually puts out a magazine, and from all accounts, it's fairly well organized, good photography. It looks like a magazine that you could buy off the newsstands here in the U.S., something like Time magazine, for example. So, yeah. How these people got that magazine, how they got into the country would be interesting to find out as well. And apparently there were lots of firearms and stuff recovered in that. So more than likely this was going to be a shooting incident of some variety or another taking place over the Halloween trick-or-treating. So it's good that they thwarted that. So we can stop sharing. Whoops, I didn't want to close the page. Damn it. Reopen close tab. There we go. Let's go back over here. See what anybody's saying out there in the chat. Then he's asking, why is Michigan such a hotbed for this kind of stuff? They have a mega liberal government. They seem to have a lot of Islamic activity. What is it about Michigan that these things happen there? Well, they have 2 majority Muslim cities, for one thing, because that's where a lot of them were placed by first the Obama administration, then the Biden administration. And you see the same thing happening in Minnesota, by the way. Minnesota also has a lot of Muslims that were placed there. The difference being in Michigan, you got Middle Easterners, mainly Gazans, and in Minnesota, it's mainly Somalians. So, yeah, Patriot says there's a public range just east of him that the state police suggest you don't go to because Dearborn residents like to go there. Yeah. Remember, Dearborn's a city not that long ago that when a Christian pastor complained because the city council wanted to name a street after a Hezbollah terrorist, he was told that by the mayor that he doesn't belong in Dearborn. So, the other Muslim majority city in Michigan, in case you're wondering, is Hamtramck. I believe I pronounced that right. I think that's how Moose said it was pronounced. So, both Dearborn and Hamtramck, if I understand correctly, are not that far from Detroit. So, there's that. Now, I've got another article here on this subject of the terror attack that was prevented. Is it sharing? Let me go over here and check. Yep. Okay. Yeah, and of course, this was going to happen. Kash Patel's Halloween terror plot claim disputed by Michigan lawyer. A Michigan defense lawyer has rubbished. Is that a verb now? Allegations made by FBI Director Kash Patel that a group of young men from the state were plotting to carry out a terrorist attack over the Halloween weekend. Amir Maklid, who represents a 20-year-old Dearborn man still in custody, said federal authorities have provided few details, but based on his review, there was no credible plan for violence. I don't know where this hysteria and this fear-mongering came from, Maklid said. Patel had announced the arrest on Friday, writing on social media that the FBI had thwarted a potential terrorist attack and arrested multiple subjects in Michigan who were allegedly plotting a violent attack over Halloween weekend. He added that more information will be released soon, but as of early Sunday, neither the FBI nor the U.S. Attorney's Office in Detroit had elaborated. Newsweek has reached out to the FBI via email for comment. Why it matters. The conflicting accounts highlight ongoing debates regarding public communication by federal authorities and the potential impact of such statements on public trust in law enforcement. Patel had faced widespread criticism previously for his handling of FBI investigation updates, particularly after prematurely announcing and later retracting key details on social media following the assassination of Charlie Kirk, raising concerns about accuracy, professionalism, and the politicization of the Bureau's communications. The Michigan incident follows a series of high-profile threats, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Basically, what they're complaining about over there at Newsweek and this attorney is the fact that the FBI is not releasing any of the evidence that they have or any details. Well, you know what? I got news for Newsweek. I got news for the attorney. Until this heads to trial, or court anyway, goes through arraignment process, all that good stuff, officially being charged, all that. Anybody who knows. You don't get into discovery until that point. And until that point, they don't have to tell you anything. They really, really don't. So it's not uncommon. In fact, it's fairly standard procedure not to go posting on billboards in Michigan what evidence you have against the people you're investigating. It's just not. When the time comes for the defense to know what's going on, they will know. When it comes to trial, the general public, once everything becomes public knowledge through the court process, will know what they have. Until then, you don't have a right to know, folks. You really don't. People need to get this out of their system where they think they have the right to know every little thing that's going on in any kind of investigation, whether it be the Epstein files, whether it be Charlie Kirk's murder, whether it be this situation in Michigan. You don't have a right to know until it gets to the damn trial process and it becomes public record. Picture says they can put it on billboards because they can't read English anyway. Oh, yeah. Did you see where the guy running for mayor in New York, Mamdani, put out a campaign ad in Arabic? And he has some British guy setting up a campaign site or some nonsense for him, which, if memory serves, that's a violation of election law. That's a foreign interference in an election. That's a crime. Yeah, FBI comes out on Friday saying they stopped the potential terror attack, and you got a defense attorney saying, "Oh no." That one post I saw about what the attorney was saying that the article didn't go into there in his statements was that these were fine young men and upstanding citizens who were just talking about video games. Uh-huh. Sorry, I'm not buying what you're selling there, Mr. Defense Attorney. I'm really, really not. Yeah. Oh, they're just young men playing video games. No, no. Yeah, Gunsnob says he blames Moo, Patriot, and Squib for what's going on in Michigan. Yeah, they all live there, so might be onto something, Snob. Gizzard Gary says people still read magazines. Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah, that's what I had on tap for tonight. I mean, if I ever got a panel, we were going to do the bracket we're supposed to do on Tuesday, but I don't got a panel in here to do a bracket, so I don't know. Can't exactly do it by myself. That would be kind of silly. For those of you who might be watching on Rumble or X, the brackets basically what it sounds like. You have it's like a sports bracket, and we put different subjects on there. Tonight would be like different cartoon characters, and then we go through the bracket and we vote round and see who comes out as the winner at the end. Get some fairly strange results sometimes in how people vote, among the panelists. So, yeah, see. All the comments appear to be coming from YouTube. So there's that. Oh, shit. I am tired. Man, didn't even get a half hour yet. If you can't tell, I have a slight head cold. So, yeah. If my voice was starting to sound rough while reading that, that's why. Meant there, I thought I was going to lose my voice, which would have been real good in the middle of the live stream, and all of a sudden, especially without anybody to bounce things off of. That would have been fantastic to lose my voice in the middle of that. It says we have 2 people watching on X. I have to go over there. Let me see. Here we go. Yep, got that pulled up now. Nobody's saying anything over there, so yeah. All right. Yeah, nobody's saying anything on YouTube anymore either, unless my YouTube feed just died, which wouldn't surprise me in the least. Did my YouTube chat die? Or no, just nobody saying anything. Got a lively crowd out there tonight, I tell you. Oh, says we got 6 people on YouTube now. Wow. Ozzy Orsborn that is out there on the YouTube side. Evening, Ozzy. He says, bark at the moon. Bark at the moon. Denny says he's listening while doing some work, but he's here. Oh, man, if I don't get somebody else in here to bounce ideas off of, we can be here listening to much. We got over. Anybody saying anything interesting over on X? Probably not. Yeah. People complaining about Nick Fuentes. Yeah, speaking of a piece of shit, Nick Fuentes is a piece of shit. And trying to see. Oh yeah, if you're in Pennsylvania, don't forget to get out and vote on election day and get rid of Justices Wecht, Donahue, and Doherty. They're they're no bueno. There are no justices on the PA Supreme Court that voted to lock PA down and everything during COVID, and a bunch of other stuff. Not good people. So yeah, if you're in PA, come Tuesday, vote to kick those three off of the PA Supreme Court. If not, if they win, they're gonna be on there for 10 more years. So get rid of them. I've been going around too that apparently Donald Trump is telling Ilhan Omar she needs to get out of the country after she said that the Somali president is her president and said that Somalia is still her home. And she's here in the U.S. to do Somalia's work in Congress. Like, yeah, you need to get out of here. She needs to get out of here. Like, think about it. A sitting member of U.S. House of Representatives outright stating that she's not here to do the work of Americans, which is her job. She's here to do the work for Somalia. Got some barbecue. Ask what group of people is Rich unloading on tonight? Whoever and whatever. Whoever and whatever. No set single group. Though, but because of the topic being about the foiled terror attack in Michigan, I'm sure you can figure out what group so far has been mentioned. I don't think a genius to figure that out. Yeah, Patriot says, well, you can always talk about midget tossing. That's your thing, dude. And he says they changed his district. Now he has to go past his old voting location to get to his new voting location. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. And the cat's weighing in the background. Yeah. Our voting location is just a couple buildings up the street. We vote at the American Legion, which is maybe a 2-minute walk from here. Not very far at all. When we were living at the townhouses, I don't know where our actual voting location was because we always went and voted early at the courthouse because of Amy's work schedule. Just made it easier. I think it was one of the schools. Couldn't tell you for sure which one. It's kind of silly that you have to go past your old voting location to get to the new voting location. You would think your voting location would be in your district. But they do think, who knows? Who knows? Don't expect the government to act with logic a lot of the time. We're losing people on YouTube. Maybe some people moved over to X because the X count has gone up. I don't know. Still no comments coming in over on X. So remember, if you don't say anything, we don't know you're there. So, other than a little number that may or may not be right that Rumble gives us. Campaigns. I don't have any campaigns going. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, don't know what that's about, but sure. And the chat's died on YouTube again. Yay! Come on, folks, say something. Give me something to talk about. I can go back over to X and see what's going on over there. That'll keep the chat going, I'm sure. Yay. Oh, Gavin Newsom says he hates when politicians lie. Let that one sink in for a minute. Let that percolate. Gavin Newsom says he hates when politicians lie. What do you make of that one, folks? Does the word hypocrite come to mind? Or is it? I mean, we're talking Gavin Newsom here, governor of California. The guy that still says that residents of Pacific Palisades are going to get the aid money that none of them have seen yet. Not a one. It's been almost a year. And this is the guy that says he hates when politicians lie? That's all the man does. If you want to call him a man, to be perfectly honest. I don't know. Ozzy says his comments aren't showing up. Huh. That's odd, especially since you got a wrench. You should be able to say just about anything you want. Because they're not being held. YouTube just isn't showing it. Which means it's probably not showing up in the Rumble chat either. Nope. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you there, Ozzy. That's YouTube stopping you. So yeah, I have. That's odd. Well, no, it's not. It's YouTube being YouTube. What else is freaking new? YouTube's got a history of that, sadly, where they don't show everybody's comments. I remember there was one time me and Kingpin were telling jokes on one person's chat. You should have been Patriot. I don't know why you don't have a wrench, unless that's a new account or something. You do now. But yeah, anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, David and I were telling jokes. I think it was on Rick Mitchell's show, Rick's Life as I See It, on YouTube. And it would flash on the screen briefly for like a second and then boom, be gone. Now, Kingpin and I are both moderators on his channel, right? So it wasn't that we were being moderated by a person. YouTube was just deleting it as soon as we posted it. And we kept doing that like the whole show. We were just telling these silly, corny dad jokes, basically. And YouTube just kept deleting them as soon as we hit enter. As soon as we hit, it would just flash, boom, and be boom, gone. You didn't even have a chance to read it. You would just, if you weren't looking at the screen, you wouldn't even have seen that it popped up. You literally had to be looking at the chat window. Yeah, Patriot said, yeah, his old account was demolished and he's got like 30 subscribers now. Well, and people need to go out there and check out Patriot in the Dark's channel on the YouTubes. Explains why I haven't seen anything pop up from you in a while. Of course, I don't get freaking notifications from anybody I'm subscribed to anyway. At least nobody in our group. Let's see. All. And paste. Yeah. If y'all would go over there and subscribe to that channel. I don't know if it's going to show up in X or not. I'll go over and post that in X as well. It did show up in Rumble and YouTube, obviously. But yeah, let me go back over here to the show as it airs on X, and I will put that in the X chat as well. So yeah, if you would go over there and subscribe to Mr. Patriot in the Dark. He's a good Marine who needs the subscribers, get his sub count back up, since his channel was obliterated. That's a shame that happened. Yeah. Patriot's like, oh, geez, you're going to make me blush. Marines don't blush. Come on. What are you kidding? But Patriot, he'll post different things on the Constitution and different quotations from various conservative politicians over the years. A lot from Ronald Reagan and a bunch of other guys. So yeah, go if you're within the sound of my voice right now. Click on that link and go over there and sub to his channel. No, I did not, Patriot. He asked if I saw his 250th anniversary Marine Corps custom grips he had made. I'm going to assume for 1911. I mean, what other pistol would you have custom Marine Corps grips made for? I mean, if it's not 1911, you're doing it wrong. But no, I don't think I did. Don't think I did. If you post a link to it, I can, or send me an email with it. One of the two. I can show them on screen. He says, of course. I'm assuming that's about the 1911, them being for 1911. Yeah. Oh man, my throat is getting worse and worse as I'm going. Which email? Uh, my private email. You have it, right? The Yahoo one. You should have it. Or you can send. Well, you. I don't. I don't know if I got a channel email. Do I have an email listed on my channel? I don't remember. That was a good time to wonder, isn't it? I think I have an email listed for over there. View email. Yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah. Oh man. So for those of you who are interested, I don't know if y'all have seen, but GOA has announced where the next goals is going to be. The Gun Owners of America Leadership Summit. Next year's is going to be in Des Moines, Iowa, August 1st and 2nd. if I remember correctly. So, didn't get to go this year, hoping to get to go next year. I believe I got the date right. I already applied for media credentialing for it. So hopefully you get to go. Hopefully we'll get to go. Yes, August 1st and 2nd. So I can put a link out to that as well if anybody would, in case anybody's interested in that. You can get more information on goals there at that website. Go over here and put it in X as well. There you go. So wrong window. There we go. Oh, man, I guess we ain't doing a bracket tonight. Nobody's showing up for the panel. What's up with that? I put a bracket. Here's the thing, right? The guys give me grief because I never do a bracket on my show anymore. I put one together for last Tuesday, right? I wasn't able to do my show last Sunday because we were in issues with the internet. Tuesday, I wasn't even sure if I was going to have a show because we had the electricians working in here and they took longer than what they were supposed to. But I finally got the internet back. I put together this bracket. And the only person who showed up on Tuesday for the panel was Gizzard. And here we are tonight. Still got the bracket ready to go. And not even Gizzard comes on the panel tonight. It's like, ugh. I see how it is. I see how it is. Y'all keep bugging me about doing a bracket. I do a bracket and nobody shows up for it. I tell you what. Sometimes I feel like Rodney Dangerfield in here. No respect, I tell you. What's up with that? No respect. What do you expect for free? That's about the best Ronnie Dangerfield you're going to get. Oh, there's Pack Rat's Attic over on the YouTube side. So, evening to you, sir. Yeah, me rambling for 50 minutes here. Woohoo! Yeah, no, we did have about 25 minutes of discussion about the terror attack that was thwarted in Michigan. Thwarted. It's a good word for it. It was thwarted. I should have put that in the title instead of foiled. Oh well. Foiled works too. Yeah, foiled sounds like it could be like a little peanut butter cup wrapped in aluminum foil. But they don't even do that anymore. I don't know if you guys, how many of you out there bought Halloween candy this year? But the little tiny peanut butter cups, I guess you call them the little snack size ones, they're not wrapped in foil anymore. They put them in plastic wrapper now. It was like, that was disappointing to see. And Pack Rat said he didn't get a notification. Not the least bit surprised. Like I was saying earlier, there's lots of channels I don't get notifications for that I'm subscribed to. Have the little bell set and everything. Don't get notifications. It's like people ask, "Did you see this video?" No, I never got a notification. Didn't know you did one. I don't know why they bother having the notification bell if they're not going to send notifications. Defeats the purpose. It defeats the purpose. Oh, huh. That's odd. You shoulda. Send it to the channel email. The Rich at unloadedmedia.us. Unloaded Media, all one word. Packer say reserved his Airbnb for the move on Wednesday. So you're moving, you're going to be staying in an Airbnb between the two properties? Yeah, sounds like a plan. Are you moving far distance or? Remember, you're in Arizona now, right? Tucson area. You said, yeah, better than a hotel. Yeah, that's debatable. Depends on where your Airbnb is located, I guess. Oh, you're moving to Texas. Going from Tucson, Arizona to San Antonio. All right. All right. And the cats are carrying on. Because, of course, they are. Why wouldn't they? Just noticed the littlest shit jumped down. Did have the littlest kitten, the one I was showing you guys on, I think it was a Tuesday I was showing you the little kitten. Anyway, she's pretty much adopted me as her human, I think, at this point. Yeah, he says the dogs will have a yard to play in at the Airbnb. Well, yeah, better for them then. Better for them for sure. But lately, the hotels we've been staying at, we haven't taken our dog, but people have taken their dogs, and they had little dog parks set up at the hotel for them. So I thought that was kind of cool that they had the little dog park set up. I don't know if more hotels are going to be doing that kind of thing or not. If they have the ability to do so, anyway. Some hotels, obviously, they're not going to be able to because where they're located and whatnot. did he? Got it. All right. Let's do that. And then we can come up here. Do the present thing. And ooh, nice. I like that. I like that. That's one picture of them. I think they had where you can magnify it. I can go up here maybe. Nope. Wow. It actually got smaller. Okay. Decreasing the magnification makes the picture bigger. Okay. Yeah, those are nice looking. I like that. There's more pictures in that email, so let's go to the next one. Get a bigger picture. Yeah, those are nice. That's nice. I do like that. I do like that. Nicely done. Very nice, sir. Very, very nice. So yeah, those are the grips that Patriots got on for his 1911, one of his 1911s. Who'd you get those through? Oh, nice. So the group project, you, the guy that did your logo, and then Wicked Grips. Okay. Yeah, they're really nice looking. I like that. I like that a lot. Even though I'm not a Marine, I'll still say they're nice looking grips. Sometimes the crayon eaters can do something right. Oz Art did the images. Oz Art, the YouTube channel? Let's see what he says. Yeah, just about. We've been going for just about an hour. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, he said, yeah, he's the guy that did his old Patron Dark logo and the new logo, the PITD logo. Okay. Yeah, Kingpin told me about him too. I got. I'm subscribed to his channel. Right. Oh, Ooh, I got a notification. Somebody liked a repost I made on X. Yay. Anyway. Oh yeah, if you're in Virginia, they got their elections coming up too. They got the gubernatorial election. If you're out there, vote for Winsome Early Sears. Do not vote for her opponent, Abigail Spanberger. She wouldn't even look at her at the one gubernatorial debate. She's a piece of work. And then you got, what the hell's his name? Jay Jones running for Attorney General in Virginia. Don't want to vote for him either. So yeah, you're in Virginia, vote for Winsome Early Sears, and I can't remember the guy who's running on the Republican side for Attorney General, but you want to vote for him, not Jay Jones, the jackass who fantasizes about killing his opponents and their children. What a weirdo that guy is. And the Democrats still full bore behind that guy too. It's lunacy, sheer lunacy. Well, like I said, we've been going for an hour. And apparently, I'm not going to have a panel tonight, so I'm probably going to end up cutting this one out early. New link to. Oh, didn't I put your link out there earlier? Yeah, I did. I put your link out there earlier. Pack Rat says you're going to have to get to Texas so you can vote for Brandon Herrera. What's he run? Is he running for Congress again, or is he running for something else? I don't remember. Hey, you said I was when I was saying all that stuff. I had thrown your link out there on the YouTube, Rumble, and X Patriot. So, yeah, back when you said I was going to make you blush, I had already thrown your link out there. But I can grab it and throw it out there again, I suppose. Yep. Once again, here's Patriot in the Dark's link. If you want to go over there and subscribe to him. And if you're not already, they said earlier, he's a good dude who can use the subs because he has to rebuild his channel. So, yeah, got there. Show him some love and subscribe to his channel if you would, please. If you're out there within the sound of my voice listening to this on Rumble, YouTube, or X. Pack Rat said, yeah, he's running for Congress again. Okay. That'll be next year, so you'll have plenty of time to get registered in Texas to be able to do that. Picture says, "Oh, I don't know, I'm a blind guy." Yeah, but you're more observant than some people I know that can see. So don't knock yourself for being blind, brother. Believe me, I know people that can see that are more blind than you are. Yeah, but up in Michigan, wouldn't you have to convert to Islam? Patriot said since he lost the big channel, maybe he should run for office. If you were to run for office, what would you run for? Hmm. Vote Pedro. Oh, I mean PITD. Yeah. If I was running for school board, start small. Some of these school boards in this country need replaced. Forget where it was, but there was a whole school board that all dressed up basically as Charlie Kirk after he was shot for at some Halloween gathering or some nonsense. Completely despicable people. Every one of those people needs to be voted out of office when their school board elections come up again. Yeah, that's the problem with running for office. You got to have the money to do it. Like, I've had people tell me I should run for something, but I ain't got the money to do it. I got the time. All I got's time, but I don't have the money. Well, I don't know what the hell else to talk about tonight. I gotta look and see what headlines we get. Any good headlines on? Yeah, he says Packer says he's in Vail, Arizona right now, just outside of Tucson. It's an unincorporated area just east of Tucson. Apparently, the Dodgers must have won the World Series. Dodgers fans' World Series celebration turns violent as police authorize tear gas. Why am I not surprised by this? Seriously? LA police officers hit with fireworks bottles amid celebration of Dodgers World Series win. Yeah. What is with people? You're right if you lose, you're right if you win. Freaking goddamn animals. That's all you are. If you can't act decently when you win or lose with grace, win with grace. This fucking shit where you got to act out because you won the World Series. It's not that important, you fuckheads, to where you need to go out there and goddamn riot because you won the World Championship in Major League Baseball. It's pathetic. Pathetic. Uncalled for. Like Packrat said, it's just a game. And those of you shooting freaking fireworks and throwing shit at the cops, as soon as the cops turn around and start freaking using tear gas or rubber bullets or water hoses or whatever on you, you're going to yell victim. You're not the victim. You're the aggressor. And you deserve everything you get in return. You're damn lucky they don't use live rounds on you like the damn National Guard did at Kent State back in the early 70s when assholes were throwing rocks at them. Maybe that's what needs to happen so you fuckheads get it through your thick heads that maybe we shouldn't be doing this. Maybe then you fucking learn your goddamn lessons. Be a little too late, but maybe you learn it. That goes for these assholes outside the ice facilities all over around the country as well. You people aren't the victims. You're not the heroes. You're the villain of the story. Packard says they never will. Yeah, that's the sad part. They're too fucking stupid to learn. As Archie Bunker would say, they're dead from the neck up. Anyway, I think this is a good place to end the stream before I do end up losing my voice. I want to thank everybody who watched tonight, everybody who commented on the YouTube side. If you were watching on X and Rumble, thank you as well. And thank anybody who watches in the replay. If you made it this long, if you've been here from the start or even jumped in the middle, thank you. I appreciate people watching, commenting. So until next time, we will bid you all adieu and have a good night. I'll see y'all on the next one. Where did I put that outro? Here it is.